You're now joined with the head coach of Texas State, Dennis Franchione. If you have a question for Coach, please dial *1 on your phone at this time. For questions to get in the queue, would you mind starting us off with a opening statement?
Well, we got to play a couple games. Players got to see themselves on film and go through a couple games, and hopefully we spent 2 or 3 days of good work on ourselves, and our attention turns to Texas Tech. And I think they're nationally ranked now, 3-0, beat TCU, playing very well, explosive on offense, and playing pretty good on defense. So big challenge for us to go there.
Thank you very much. Our first questions come from Brett Vito with the Denton Record Chronicle. Please go ahead, Brett.
Hey, Coach, this is Brett from the Denton Record Chronicle. I'm working on a story about kind of the anatomy of an upset and how you get there as an underdog team, and you've been there and won some of those games throughout your career. What do you think the important elements are to pulling the big upset when you're an underdog team on the road?
Well, you usually have to have a few things go your way. Some turnovers or a big play or two for yourself. Generally, sometimes for some teams, they need something good to happen early to give them a little confidence.
Vito with the Denton Record Chronicle.
I think the ability to hang around for a while and try to get the game, to a point in time where you have you're in it in the fourth quarter, and hopefully make a few plays in the fourth quarter to pull it off and make the other team feel a little pressure. When you're the head coach of the other side, you always worry about your team being maybe not as mentally prepared or overconfident, maybe, whatever it may be. You always guard against that, and when that does happen, that lends itself to putting yourself in a difficult position.
Was it your experience throughout your career, just the fact that if the underdog team can just hang in there, things start to even out a little bit, and maybe you get a better chance to pull it out in the end?
Yeah, I think I've always kind of said that when they get to the fourth quarter and the game's close, they're a lot better team when you're the favorite, when you're playing somebody, and now it's anybody's game, not as mentally prepared at that point in time. And Akron, Michigan over the weekend, I got to watch a little bit. I watched the last 4 or 5 minutes of that, and that was pretty much the story there. They got it down to the end, and even though Michigan scored with 2 or 3 minutes to go, they drove it down and had a chance to win the game. Just didn't quite make the play to win the game, but that's kind of what happened there.
Thanks, Coach.
You bet.
Thank you, Brett, and thank you, Coach. That's all the questions we have for you today. We do appreciate your time.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. If everyone can stand by, I'll have Bobby Petrino of Western Kentucky on shortly. Please stand by.